Hello, this is Essie, the homeless woman. Today is Wednesday, April the 23rd. I think it's the 23rd. It might be the 24th. Yeah, I think it's the 24th. My last video I made, or it said advice to homeless people. And I did talk about Satan in that video. And boy, he was mad. He was mad at that video. I know when Satan's mad because he give me dreams. So I was being attacked when I went to sleep. But I say when I make Satan mad, I'm doing something right. Because when I make Satan mad, then I know I makes my Heavenly Father happy. So I'm going to still talk about Satan whenever I want to talk about him. Even though he give me dreams where trying to scare me and all this stuff. But anyway, I had thought about one day, I don't know, it's been a couple of weeks or more than that, because I had shared a lot of my dreams and a lot of my visions, and but I mostly shared them on Essie Child and Yahweh. So if they didn't have anything to do with homelessness, that's where I shared those dreams at and visions on that channel. So if you go to that channel and you scroll down, you will see the titles and how I came to know Yahweh. You'll see that. I think it's like part 3. But in those videos, I'm talking about the dreams and the visions that I had and how I came to know Yahweh. So I was asking Yahshua, I said, did I forget a dream or a vision? Did I forget to tell one? And so the vision that popped in my head was a vision about the vines. And I was like, oh yeah, I forgot that one. That was actually a vision. It wasn't a dream. I was wide awoke. And so this happened when, I'm going to share this too probably on, I am going to share it on Essie Child Yahweh. But I don't know if I'm going to make another video or put this one up. But I felt it in my heart to make it right now. So that's why I didn't wait till I got dressed and got in my van. But I had a dream. No, not a dream. A vision. But anyway, I was on the couch. And this is when I had a place to live. I had my own apartment. And I was laying on the couch. And the TV was on. And so I closed my eyes. And right when I closed my eyes, I had a vision. So I had a vision that I was in my car, which was this car, and I was driving on the freeway. And so I'm driving on the freeway, and these vines, they start growing, and they start coming onto the freeway, growing onto the freeway on the ground. So I'm running them over, I'm running them over, but they're getting thicker and thicker. And so it's my car is like bumping, and it's getting very difficult to drive my car. So I stop. And so when I stop, I get out the car, and I'm looking like, what is up with these vines? They just growing everywhere. And so while I'm standing outside of the car, the vines started coming up my legs, started growing, coming up, and they started covering my whole body. And they covered up all the way my head, and all I could see was my eyes. The only thing that was out of the vines was my eyes. And so it covered me, and when it covered me, it squeezed tight. So when it squeezed tight, my head actually went like this. Like my head was like tucked in, my chest, because that's how tight it squeezed. And so I was laying on the couch, my eyes closed, and I'm like this, And so it picked me up into the air, and I started traveling. And I'm in the sky, and I'm traveling somewhere. I don't know where at the time. So I'm traveling and I'm seeing mountains and just fields, I didn't see no city, just mountain and fields, and I'm just traveling. And eventually I get to this place. Where it's all white. And I felt it was heaven, but I don't know. But I felt like that's what I felt, but I don't know really. But I get to this place and everything is white. White, like clean white. And okay, there's an aisleway. Because I was in the sky, and I came right down, and it was bringing me down the aisleway. So there's an aisleway, and then there's another aisle. So there's like a plus sign, and the plus sign is an aisle. So on the sides of the plus sign are people. There was like groups of people, and they were arranged in an order. So there was groups of people right here, and there was groups of people right here in between the aisle. And they were not like they were like even spaced. They were arranged standing in a certain order. They were not just like wandering around and just standing any old kind of place. The people were in an organized manner, the way they were standing, with each amount of space in between them. So I came down this aisle. The vines was carrying me down and to the front. And in the front was a stage. It was a stage, and it was a piano, and it was some people that were standing next to the piano. I would say it wasn't that many people. It might have been 8 people, somewhere around there. 8 to 10 people, something like that. Anyway, the vine, as I was traveling to this place, it was green vines. They turned white. When I got to the stage, it was white, like you know how when you make something with ceramic, and you know how you can see people molding it and stuff like that, and it's spinning and it's like, and then it turns hard. It was like that. So when I got to the stage, the vines that were green and covered me were now hard and white, like a ceramic or like a clay type of thing that was covering me like a shell. And so it placed me there on stage, and there was a little man, and I had seen this little man in another dream of mine. Maybe I'll share that with you one day, or maybe on this video, I don't know. But this is my second time seeing this little man. I had seen him in another dream. So, but this is a vision. So this little man, he was a black man, and he was short. He was so short, he was shorter than me, and I'm 5'2". So he when it brought me onto the stage and had me to stand there, the man did something to the top of my head. I don't know what he did, but anyway, whatever he did at the top of my head, this white clay stuff just came falling off of me. And he told me to stand by those people that was next to the piano, which I perceived was the choir. And so before I could go and stand by them, he said, "Oh, she needs a robe. She needs a robe." So he was talking to someone that was off stage to get me a robe. And so after he said that, he yelled that she needs a robe. That's when the vision was over, and I was able to open my eyes. And so I was reading my Bible one day, and I had saw in the Bible where it talks about, and I don't know if it was in Revelations. I can't remember really, but I was reading it one day, and I saw where it talks about these, the children of Yahweh, and that they're going to be, they were in white, and the people that were in white were the people that went through much tribulations. They had went through a whole lot of tribulations, and those people were in white, all white. And so when I look at my life, I'm like, yeah, yeah, that sounds like me, because I've been through a lot of tribulations in my life, even things that I have not shared in my videos, because I don't want certain people to see the video and then play the victim behind what I'm sharing on a public platform. It will hurt certain people a lot if I shared what they did to me. So that's why I don't share, certain things. So, but I shared a lot of things that happened to me on here. But when it comes to other people that are still in my life and that will be very hurt by the truth, so I just chose not to share that now. But when those people pass away, I would definitely share the things that I have been through. Anyway, so I was like, it was amazing, because a lot of my dreams and visions, basically all of them, you could find it in the Bible. You could find it in the Bible. And I was so happy when I looked in the Bible and saw that it was talking about people in white, and that these people are the people that been through great tribulations. So I was watching the Master's Voice channel, and in this particular video, she was saying that Yahweh was grabbing people, and in the dream she saw the people were like dolls. She said they was all these dolls, and they was on these shelves, and Yahweh was taking dolls and he was setting them up high. And she said when he set them up high, they stayed up there, like there was nothing holding them in place. They were just set up high. He just took another doll, put it up high, took another doll, put it up high. And that's when she was saying that Yahweh is going to take people that's been low, the righteous that's been low for so long, and because evil has been up so high for so long, and he's tired of evil being up high, he's going to bring them down. He's going to put the righteous up. And he was setting these dolls up high, and some of those dolls, she said, had on white robes. Some of them had on white robes. So and that's the vision that I had, that I never shared, because I forgot about it. And Yahweh, when I asked him, he put the vision in my head. I said, oh yeah, I did have that vision. I don't know why I forgot about that vision, but I was wide awoke, and I was laying on the couch and felt it and everything. Felt my head being sunk in. And so yeah, so that's one. When I saw the little man in another dream, this dream, I know I was getting ready. I had on a wedding dress in a dream. And so it was something about the 15. The 15 stood out to me in this dream, because I believe I went on the 15th floor. And when I got to the 15th floor, everything on that floor looked ancient, like maybe in the Bible days. It was just the whole room just looked ancient. And so I had on a wedding dress. And so I knew it looked like I was going to get married in the wedding dress. And I was going to get married. That was my wedding day. So I don't actually remember, I did not actually marry someone that day, but I was in the wedding dress. And somewhere in the dream, I don't know if it was before I went to the 15th floor or after. I might have been before, but at the bottom first floor, before I got into the elevator, I was there in my wedding dress, and the little man was there, and he was preparing me for the wedding. And so, in the dream, at this time, I was not talking to my mother, and so I hadn't seen her in a little while. And so we didn't have a relationship at this time. And so in that dream, the little man was preparing me for the wedding. So my mother came up to me in the dream, and she tried to talk to me. And the little man looked at my mother and said, "You can't talk to the bride." And so my mother just walked away, and she looked so sad. She looked so sad, and she stood by the elevator. And I just looked at her, and she just looked so sad that she couldn't talk to me. And I believe that happened before I went up to the 15th floor, and I got there and saw that everything looked like ancient, like, like thousands of years ago. That's how it looked. And so that's a dream where I saw that same little man that I saw in my vision with the vines. So yeah, and that's it. That's all I got to share. So yeah, if you want to hear more dreams and visions that don't have anything to do with my homelessness, because the dream of the vines were before I became homeless, but the dream of me in the wedding dress was after I became homeless. So yeah, just go on that Essie Achala Yahweh, and you'll hear a lot more dreams and visions if you scroll on down. All right, I'll talk to you guys another day. Bye.